You do realize the press is going to have a field day.
On which part do you mean?
The court going easy on a member of the Spaulding family, implying that they can buy justice for their own. That is what's going to happen, Ben.
I'm going to take the heat for this. Is that what you're saying?
Your office is setting a standard that I'm going to have to honor in similar cases.
I respectfully beg to differ, Griffin. The DA's office is going to come out smelling like a rose for going easy on Beth.
She confessed to killing a man, Ben. Whether she was terrorized or not, it sends the wrong message.
No, here's the message the press is going to jump on. We spared a young woman. A single mother with a child, a golden-haired child. I can see the pictures now, those two angelic faces.
Cynical,
Why?
phony, it's unbelievable.
Because I know what sells papers. You can't buy press like this. This is a publicity bonanza, brother.
Lizzie saw the killer.
No.
And you know who it is, don't you?
Rick, go home and forget about it. Go home to
Forget
Abby,
about
Rick.
it. My best friend has accused me of murder, and you're telling me to forget about it?
Nothing is going to happen to you. You didn't do anything. It's not
Lizzie
your...
saw something, Beth, and it's obvious that she saw something, the police are going to find out about this, won't they?
No, they won't.
And if I didn't do it, who did?
Forget about it, Rick.
I want to talk to Lizzie. I want to talk to her for just 5 minutes.
You are not talking
She
to
needs to get her daughter needs to get her story straight.
You're not talking to Lizzie. She didn't see anything. She didn't see the murder. You know what she saw? She saw a man lying dead in her living room. Isn't that enough? She is traumatized, Rick. We have had to make up stories about how Carl really died.
What are you talking about making up stories?
To lessen the fear for her, Rick.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Well, I do, okay? I do, and I'm the mother. I know what it's like to be young and fearful, okay? I know from my own
Beth.
life.
You went through hell. I saw every bit of it.
What my stepfather did to me, nothing like that is going to happen to Lizzie, and I'm going to make sure of that. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect her. She is going to come through this scandal without a scar, without a mark, Rick. She's young. She should believe that life is wonderful, that people are good. And if that's being a Pollyanna, then so be it, because that's what I want for her, and I will fight you or anyone else to make sure that she gets it.
I don't want to fight you here, okay? I'm trying to help you. Can't you see that?
Do you mean that, Rick?
Yes, of course I mean that.
Because you can help, you know. Philip. It involves Philip.
Still here, huh?
Company doesn't run itself.
Anything I could help you with?
Nope.
Well, there's a project in the offering that I could use your assistance on. Michael Burke is developing something that I think would be good for Spaulding and for me. It would also give you and me a chance to work together again.
Look, the deal was that I would be civil with you in the office.
What deal? I don't remember any
Civil
deal.
does not include working closely together.
I never signed anything that said we wouldn't
Well,
work
in case
together.
you've forgotten, I still hold you responsible for everything that's happened with Carl.
I've apologized for that, Philip. I've tried to make amends
Well, you
every
can't.
way. The only thing I want, son, is for us to get on with our lives and have a good relationship.
Well, I'll tell you what. Maybe you can fix my relationship with Harley then. Or maybe the one with my ex-wife, the mother of my child. Or possibly the one with my best friend. You see, the amusing thing is if you were trying to screw up my entire life, you couldn't have done it better. So in answer to your question, as far as getting more involved, if Spaulding is concerned, you can forget it. I'm planning on spending a lot more time with people that I actually care about.
Well, I hope I'm in that category.
No, you certainly aren't.
After all I have done, I have admitted my guilt. I have apologized, Philip.
Dad, please don't get up on a cross. Martyrdom doesn't suit you.
You know I never play the martyr, Philip.
You can answer a couple questions for me, if you would like. Has Ben Warren been coming by the house to see Beth when I'm not there?
I don't monitor Beth's visitors.
So you haven't seen him?
No, I haven't. Why are you worried about Ben Warren?
Because he's a very dangerous man, and she's in a very vulnerable state right now.
I just saw him at the Towers with Ross.
Could he still be there?
Well, maybe. Griffin had just joined them for dinner. Wait, where are you going?
And see Ben Warren.
Look, do you really think it's right to involve yourself in Beth's private life? After all, she is unattached, Philip.
Actually presuming to give me advice about Beth? That's almost
all right. I'm sorry. It was presumptuous of me, but you know that I'm telling you the truth.
The only reason I'm getting involved is to try to keep her from making a huge mistake. She's deluded herself into believing she can handle this situation.
All right. Do what you think's best.
You know what? From now on, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Well, as far as I can determine, the legal criteria has been satisfied, so it's settled.
I have to get going. Ben, what do I owe you?
Not a thing. It's my party. But give your wife my regards, will you?
No. Blake and I, we do not want you in our lives. Good night.
Night, Griffin. Night.
You know you have a beautiful laugh.
So do you.
Well, I don't have a lot to laugh about these days.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Let me ask you a question. What's a beautiful woman like you doing sitting here by herself?
Well, I was upset when I got here.
How come?
The man I love and we broke up.
What happened?
It's a long story. But I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. He meant a lot to me. He's an incredible man. And I miss him. I miss the simple, everyday things, you know. I miss staring into his eyes. And I miss holding his hands, feeling his arms around me. And I especially miss lying next to him at night.
Well, I happen to know that he misses you just as much.
I was hoping he might.
I can guarantee it.
You know, when I grew up, being tossed from one foster home to another, I had lots of different mothers. I stayed with some for a few months, and some for a few weeks, and some for a few days.
That must have been tough.
I got used to it. I got used to the sound of their voice, and I got used to the way they tucked me in at night and the songs they would sing to me. And like clockwork, the day would come where they would say, pack everything up, it's time to move on. So I got wise. And I decided that everyone in my life was just temporary, so I couldn't get hurt. So whenever someone got too close, I would push them away so my heart wouldn't get broken. So I think that's what I did to this man. That's what I did to you. And see, you were getting closer than anyone had ever been, and I couldn't tell you my deepest, darkest secrets. So that old instinct kicked in, and I pushed you away, and I am sorry.
Cassie.
Now listen to me. Listen to me. When I told you at the country club that I didn't love you, I am so glad that you didn't believe me.
I couldn't believe that. That would have broken my heart.
This has got to be wrong. Come on. I'm pregnant. I know I am. Why aren't you blow? Damn it! What am I gonna do now? Oh.